Hey everyone, and welcome to a review of the Mario Brothers movie, or should I say the Super Mario Brothers movie. Dang man, okay, so I kind of want to make a movie, not a movie, but I kind of want to make a review of this movie for a little bit. I finally went to see it a couple days ago, and I kind of just been putting this review off. But I think it's just one of those things where it's like, I think it's time that I can finally like make a review for it. And I kind of want this review to be a little bit more laid back, something that like people can just listen to while doing something. So I'm sorry if there's nothing on the screen and it's just like the picture of the poster of the Super Mario Brothers movie, but so yeah, so let's just get down to it. So my opinion on this movie is that I personally loved it. I think I would say that my initial like rating for the movie is like an 8 or like a 9 out of 10. If you guys don't know, I am a huge like Nintendo fan. I mean, I grew up with Nintendo for almost my whole entire life. I mean, I think my first video game was at least one of the Mario games, or at least Legend of Zelda. I don't really remember. But that's like what I can remember, I will say. So, yeah, Nintendo means like a lot to me. And especially Mario. Because even though like I'm a huge fan of Legend of Zelda and you know, all of these other series, Mario is one of those series where I always had a soft spot for. So yeah. But to pretty much say this, I guess. I guess I should just say about the visuals here, like just starting out here. Oh man, the visuals were like eye candy levels of insane. I loved it. There were some moments in the movie, I will say, and I will probably get spoiler-y here, so let me just say here real quick. This may be spoilers, so just to let you guys know. Yeah, but the beginning of the movie, it starts off in Brooklyn. And let me just tell you, I loved all of the references like in the first like 5 minutes of the movie, and that's like where pretty much Brooklyn is. It's like it's usually just like the 5 minutes of the movie. Yeah, so it's honestly like one of like I would say my least favorite parts, but I did like the references, I should say. But the reason why I didn't really like the visuals in Brooklyn is because of just the characters in the background. Because if you don't know, this movie is made by Illumination. I've always never really liked the Illumination style characters. And I'm not saying like it's a bad design or like, you know, anything like that. It's just something that's like, for me, I don't know. I've seen better 3D styled type movies that just looked better and did better with the character models. But so yeah, so for Illumination, I didn't like that. Even though, let me tell you, every character, Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, Peach, they did so well on. Holy crap, man. I will say that, I will say that, yeah, Brooklyn is just, like, one of my least favorite parts of the movie. Just because, like, visually, I just don't like the Illumination aesthetic of most characters we're having in there, especially the dreaded dog. Oh man. So I think I could pretty much speak for me and my family when I say this, that because I went the first time I went with my friends, and then the second time I went with like my family because I know my family at least wanted to see it as well. So I was like, okay, I can at least remember, so that when I do this review, I can remember the things in this movie. And one of the things that I can definitely tell you is the dog. Now, the dog, I can tell you, reminds me of Doug from Up. I don't know if anyone else thinks this. I thought this though, and it's kind of funny. So I know my I said it's my dad. And my dad said that he looks like one of the dogs from The Secret Life of Pets, which makes more sense. But let me just say that me and the rest of my family all think of Doug from Up. And I truly do believe that it is Doug from Up. He found a way to escape from Disney, and he accidentally made his way to elimination, I guess. But moving forward a little bit, so the Mushroom Kingdom, like Mushroom Kingdom to leaving it. Oh my goodness, man, the visuals is beautiful, man. It is like, let me tell you, it is pleasing to look at. I will say that there are some things I didn't like. One thing I didn't like is, first of all, I know this is just nitpicking, but as someone who played, like, Mario 64 over and over again, I thought it was kind of, I was a little bit bummed when I noticed that, even in the trailers, that Peach's Castle was not, like, in a Mario 64 format. And though, like I said, this is very nitpicky, I'm not gonna lie, it is. Sorry about that, my car alarm did stuff. So, back to what I was saying though. I won't get too much into just like the specifics of like that scene of the Mushroom Kingdom until I get to like the story part, but so I'll just say that, yeah, the Mushroom Kingdom, I kind of expected, I guess, the Mario 64 approach, but it's alright. You know, like I said, that's a very nitpicky thing to say, and I know it is. But, so, getting to the Donkey Kong Country part, dang, man, I honestly thought that it looked amazing as well. I will say this, that I'm a little bit bummed that it didn't have a whole lot of and like I said, I watched this only 2 times, so I don't know like all the references. Geez, if they showed any. So I was a little bit bummed that they didn't show a lot of Donkey Kong Country references that they could have. And let me, if you guys who watched the movie saw any of like other Donkey Kong Country references, please let me know, like, down in the comments, because I feel like I miss a lot. So who knows? But from that to Rainbow Road in the Mario Kart section, holy crap, dude. Okay, so Mario Kart section of the movie was probably the best part of the movie, I will say. As not only a Mario Kart fan, but also just a fan of, I don't know, I'm just a big fan of how they did this scene. You can tell that they put so much love into this scene already. For Rainbow Road, I think, the rainbow that they did on it was really, like, beautiful. Like, I loved the way that the karts looked, the rainbow, the drifting. Holy crap, dude. They got, like, the drifting correct. They got everything correct. All the karts looked like it would be in Mario Kart. which I do hope they do like a DLC, maybe like of like the Super Mario Brothers movie, or you know, like a Kart, like at least a track from the Super Mario Brothers movie. I think that'd be like really cool to see. So yeah, I will say that because I'm not gonna go from section to section, but I will just say that it's just a very like visually stunning movie. So the story, which this is where we're gonna get down to spoilers. So if you haven't seen the story, remember this is spoilers. If you want to not have anything spoiled, then I'm sorry. Just like skip or click off this video. So the story pretty much is of Mario and Luigi starting their like own like plumbing services, and essentially they do one job and like on this rich family essentially, and they pretty much they screw up the job, especially the dog. The dog hates them. I remember that. And so, yeah, they mess up the job. They talk to their family. Their family pretty much hates them, except for, like, the mother, which I thought was funny. Which I just realized, a lot of other people picked up on this, which I only knew one reference, but I did not know there was more references to it. The whole entire family is pretty much based off of, Legend of Zelda, characters. So, yeah, I just realized that. Makes me kind of want to rewatch the movie again. So yeah, so their family's pretty much just saying, you know, oh Mario, you're dragging your brother with you, and of course Mario now feels guilty that that he's dragging his brother down with him. Luigi, cheers him up saying he isn't. And then on the news, I don't know what type of news channel it is. I think it was supposed to be like MKTV. I think that's what it was supposed to be. I don't know. But apparently like Brooklyn is like, has like a huge like plumbing problem, which the movie never explains like why or how it happened. I thought it was because of it could be because of the family's house is creating the problem, but I don't know. The movie never specified, but yeah. And then so after that, apparently we go down into like the sewers. And that's when, like, they find, like, a pipe that's, like, going wrong. So they try and, like, go to that pipe. They end up, messing up, on, like, fixing it. And then they, like, fall into, like, a wall that, like, it's, like, into, like, an old sewer system, essentially, that's never been there before. So they go down in there, and then they see a green pipe, which, of course, is the Mario pipe. And when they went in the green pipe, Mario and Luigi went separated. Essentially, it's a Luigi is missing type plot. So, yeah, Mario saves. Mario goes into the Mushroom Kingdom. Luigi goes into the Badlands, or I guess like Bowser's area of like his land, I guess. And Mario finds Toad, where, Toad is like, oh, your brother, went into, like, the Badlands, so you have to, come with me to, to the Mushroom Kingdom, where Peach is, and she can help you find your brother. And, and I will tell you, right here, Luigi's scene never misses a point. I love every second of Luigi's scene just because it feels so much like Luigi's Mansion a little bit. And let me just tell you, I guess I should just say this. Every voice actor, except for one, did their job really well. I will say Jack Black is Bowser. I mean, he made sure that Bowser did not, was not a bad, he didn't poorly voice act Bowser, I'm trying to say. Chris Pratt, honestly, did I would say a pretty good job. Not excellent, no, but a good job nonetheless, that I can say, okay, he's fine. Charlie Day did perfectly fine, I think. I would say he was like the second best actor in that movie. And then, of course, I think, I can't remember the Peach's voice actress, but I know she did pretty okay with Peach's voice. Now, with Donkey Kong, I know I'm going to probably have some disagreements. I think Donkey Kong should have been Terry Crews. Now, I'm not saying Seth Rogen did a bad job as Donkey Kong. No, I think he did fine for the, for the character himself. For doing the character, I should say, he did really well on, but I think Terry Crews would have been a really good pick. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Tell me in the comments below if you guys think Terry Crews would also be a really good option. So, and Cranky Kong. Oh my, okay, so I will tell you this. Cranky Kong's character was terrible. Okay, so, I mean, with Cranky Kong, it's kind of hard to say this. When I think of Cranky Kong, I kind of think of like a you kids, or, something like that. Like, a little bit more higher pitch, and more, like, of an actual, like, elderly person's voice. And I don't remember also who voice acted Cranky Kong, but whoever did that voice act did a terrible job. Holy crap. Because he kind of sounds like he's acting, he's trying, okay, this is what, he's acting, trying to sound like he can act, or he's trying to act, essentially what I'm trying to say. And it does not work. He did not sound old. I just didn't like his voice. It just sounded really bad. I think even the rewatch did not help with it too. I just think that he just did really awful. So yeah. So the thing about so I know Kamikupa did also another really good job. I think Kamikupa did really well. And is it Keaton Michael? I can't remember his name, but the voice actor for Toad as well. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with actors' names, especially for the Mario movie here. I can't remember, but I think the voice actor of Toad, I think he also did a really good job as Toad's voice. I mean, I expected Toad to be high pitch. I mean, I'm not like sitting here being like, oh, his voice is higher pitch and his voice shouldn't be like that, because that is Toad's voice. So I will say that, like, I say Toad, the voice actor for Toad also did a really awesome job. All that being said, so yeah, so the plot, continuing the plot, pretty much, it goes into a Mario, Peach, and Toad pretty much goes and, stops Bowser, or well, tries to stop Bowser. No, well, I guess I shouldn't say that. They pretty much try to go get, like, an army to stop Bowser from coming to the Mushroom Kingdom. They go to, do they even call what the Donkey Kong Country area is? It's just like Donkey Kong Land or something. I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, so they go to the Donkey Kong land. That's when you have the famous Donkey Kong versus Mario fight scene, and I thought it was a good scene, all things considered, except just for Cranky Kong's voice acting. I could just live without, honestly. You know what? Just get rid of Cranky Kong. just cut him. Yeah. After that, pretty much, of course Mario wins. He has to, you know, when the plot demands, I guess you could say. Apparently Cranky Kong says, oh, you know, you gotta find a shortcut. Or no, we need to go through a shortcut to make it back to Mushroom Kingdom. And, they, go to, like, that Mario Kart section of the movie. And let me tell you, I love that part. And like I said, I already know I said this, but can I just say it again? I love that part. That one part. So that whole entire Mario Kart section was just crazy, though. Pretty much, Bowser's minions ambush Mario and the Donkey Kong Country Army, or whatever it's called. And essentially what happens is that Mario and Donkey Kong, I guess you could say they fake died. Like, the movie kind of shows that. They kind of fake died. And Peach and Toad are, like, the only ones that, like, escaped normally. And all of, like, the Donkey Kong characters kind of got kidnapped and all these things. And so Peach, of course, makes it back to Mushroom Kingdom, tells the Mushroom Kingdom to evacuate, you know, all the Toads and all these things. And pretty much Mario and Donkey Kong has to go make it back. And they do a cool Easter egg reference to Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, I believe. I don't remember. Yeah, they do a cool reference, and they make it back to Mushroom Kingdom. Mario and Donkey Kong, pretty much, it's like an actual, like, platformer game. It felt like that whole entire, like, scene going up to Bowser's, like, wedding. Yeah, they go in and wedding. That's the whole entire point of Bowser, really, is that he hates Mario. He wants to marry Peach. So, yeah. That's pretty much the whole entire plot there for Bowser. And it really is funny. I like it. And it kind of makes a lot more sense, just because if you played Odyssey before, you would know that, you know, Bowser tries to marry Peach. And not even just that, but just, like, I don't know, it kind of gives the context of, like, why Bowser kidnaps Peach all the time. So yeah, Mario stops Bowser, oh, I guess I should say for a little bit, Bowser kind of, like, sends in, like, a nuke to stop, to destroy Mushroom Kingdom. I thought that was kind of funny. But it's a cool scene, though, either way. The problem is that I know how dumb and childish it probably is, but, like, as a fan of Mario, man, I could not stop smiling and loving the movie. Even if the plot is a tiny bit cheesy, I liked it. It's a Mario plot, I'll tell you this. It's a Mario plot. I'm not expecting anything more or anything less. It is indeed a Mario plot, and you know what? I can respect that. Because I came in with, you know, hopes of it having a Mario plot. So, yeah. I would say that, plot-wise, story-wise, I would say, in my eyes, it's a perfect, like, 8, 9 out of 10, or somewhere around there. There's some things I will say here. Peach, I would say, is my least favorite character. And it's just because of... They did not... If she does have a weakness, which I don't know if she really does, they either did not implement it well, or she just doesn't feel like she has any weaknesses. Don't get me wrong, I thought Peach as a character in this movie was really cool and great. And that's just by the fact of saying of like, if you played Mario, okay, if you played Mario's for years now, and you only had a handful of games that Peach actually does something, except just stand there, just like all dopey like what the heck? You have guards, you have, I mean, come on, she must have gone through like any type of training, okay? Any type of training. I guess I can't give her too much flack since I know in Mario Galaxy, not even Toads want to deal with Bowser, so I guess I can't give her too much flack there. But I don't know. It's just seeing her. I would say that she's not that girl bossy. No, she's not. She is whatever. I think they probably should have given her a better weakness. But I think that they should have given her a weakness. That's about it. But I would say the best character in the movie, though, is indeed Luigi. All the things about Luigi or Bowser just stealing the show or should I say stealing the movie, it's kind of funny just because of the fact of like, okay, I'll say this. Mario is not a bad character. I loved Mario's character, and I thought, like I said, Chris Pratt did really well on the voice acting, but it's just Charlie Day and Jack Black that like did really well with the roles that they had, and they perfected it. But I mean, I don't know. I will say this, that the jokes were at least funny. Oh my goodness, man. There are a couple of jokes, and I'm gonna sit here and say this. So, in one part of the movie, there's a Luma, and though I will say this, I laughed at the jokes. I love the jokes, but I will say this. I don't know. I think the Luma is kind of forced into this movie, and it shows that they kind of forced this Luma in here, and it's not like I have anything wrong with the Luma per se. It's just that I can tell that this Luma is just like I know why they did it. Again, I laughed at the jokes that the Luma was pushing, but I just thought that was kind of just like, okay. But jokes-wise, they had good jokes in there. I don't want to say anything about the jokes. I don't really have any right now on the top of my head, because it's been like a week since I watched the movies, so yeah. No, actually, well, I don't even remember anymore, so so yeah. Okay, so I guess I should say this. So the sound. Holy crap, where do I even begin with the sound? I think that's the main reason why I fell in love with this movie, is that the score, the sounds each character like made, like even walking, I would say, I thought was just beautifully made. Yeah. Yeah. The score, the music, just every little thing about, like, just the sound, just really, again, it's kind of like, is it ear candy? Is there anything of, like, that sound? Like, I don't know. It was amazing, though. The whole entire music, like, there's so many references in the music, and I will say this, there is licensed tracks in the movie. And I won't say some of their names, but there are some parts of the movie, specifically one, I will say, that I did not like, and it's during Mario's training montage. with Peach. And I will say this though, is that I like the songs, don't get me wrong. I love all the songs that they put in there. It's not like I hate them, but it's just kind of like, like, you didn't have to put that in there. You did not have to put this song in here. And there's really, out of all the songs that they did put in there, there's like 2 or like 3 songs I was like, okay, I like that. But out of all those, the other licensed tracks, I was just like, no, just get that out of here, please. Though nonetheless, man, I think it was perfect. Each song that's not licensed tracked, by the way, was at least a reference to every like Mario game, or at least you can hear sounds and bits and pieces of like from like Mario 64, Mario Odyssey, Mario 3, Mario just like the normal Super Mario Brothers, and like, and I love that about that movie because there's one track I will say this. The star theme at the end of the movie, man, I fell in love. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, so I fell in love with the star theme when Mario and Luigi picks up the star to defeat Bowser, which is amazing. So yeah. Let's see. I guess I will also say this. I don't know what else to really say about the movie. I'd just say that it's a good movie, honestly. Definitely, in my opinion, is the best video game to movie adaptation. Right now, currently, I would say. I will say this, I loved Uncharted. I thought the Uncharted movie was also really good, though I will say that it wasn't perfect. It had a lot of problems, and it was also trying to really mostly hope on the, you know, the little tiny references to make the Uncharted fans happy. And though I was loving the Uncharted references of like from the games to the movie, I thought Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg wasn't the best fit for that. But I'll say that this movie, the Super Mario Brothers movie, is definitely just better than all the other video game to movie adaptations, honestly, out there. I would say even way better, like a million times better than the 93 movie, which I've not seen, by the way, so I can't hold anything about it. But yeah, this movie is just really good. It gives me hope about future Nintendo movies. I will say this, especially if Nintendo carries on to work really hard with, if it's like with different other film companies, or if it's just sticking with Illumination. I do have a brighter hope. But this goes about, because I do know a lot of people said that, will this go into like a Nintendo cinematic universe, you know, like Marvel? And all I have to say is no. Because let me just say here, unless Nintendo's able to make like different, because I will say this, I think Nintendo will go and touch into like different film companies to make like different movies. I think there'll be probably a more animated style like movie for like Legend of Zelda, I feel like. Metroid, I don't even know. Or like, I think like Punch-Out would be like more like live action. Or, you know what, I would say it probably would even be like 3D computer generated like Mario movie. But I think like, what I'm trying to say is like, Nintendo will probably go more into going into different companies route than to just sticking with Illumination and hoping that every Nintendo movie can just be like a good product, you know. And one of the things this movie made me think about was a Legend of Zelda movie, which I'm going to say this, I think should have happened, considering that we don't have a new Mario game coming out. Yeah, there's not a new Mario game. So, it kind of makes me a little bit confused that we got a Mario movie. Because I think a Mario movie with a new Mario game coming out, I think would be really well, especially would even like make, I would think, sales even higher, especially for the game as well. But considering Legend of Zelda, I think a Legend of Zelda movie would have done really well. Heck, even where it's released in April and the game's coming out in May, I think. So it would like make even more sense to even have a Legend of Zelda movie over a Mario movie. But I think that's also just my Legend of Zelda fan side, just saying that. But if I will say this, I don't know if I could truly trust Illumination on Legend of Zelda movie, or I would say this, I don't know if I can really trust them with any other Nintendo movie, and this is just me saying because I love the Mario characters, and I think it's because Illumination has, they're really good at doing like the wacky look, like a more wackier version of like characters. That it's the only reason why Nintendo went to Illumination for it. But with like Zelda, I mean, Zelda is like more animated, you know, like even though yes it's 3D, it's an animated like adventure type game. So I would say if they want to focus on that I don't think Illumination would be the best idea. Definitely would probably be like Studio Ghibli or heck, I don't really even know what other 2D, is there really any other 2D animated company left really besides like Studio Ghibli? I mean there is, I know there is, but like Illumination doing the Legend of Zelda movie, I don't see it. If they do it, I'm saying like if Illumination does do a Zelda movie, I want to see the character models first and foremost, just because like I don't care about the story. I don't care about, you know, like anything, like any of the, like the references, what it would have, or like what it would be based off of. I want to know what the character models will be, because and even like this, I feel like Nintendo would have to put more pressure on making it like more one-to-one with Zelda than Mario, because Mario movies, the Mario movie, every character, I will say this, yes, definitely looks like the video game versions. I can tell you that, but they also have a lot of like, you know, there's some things where you can tell that's a little bit different, that's not like Mario. So, yeah. Other than that, I mean, that huge rant, is this a good movie? Yes. Honestly, yes. Just watch it. If you want to just take a break from, like, life for a little bit, or heck, if you want your kids to watch actually a good movie these days, yeah, go and watch this movie. I think this movie is definitely meant for, of course, like Nintendo, like Mario fans. Yes, if you haven't played Mario and you haven't played any Nintendo game, okay, maybe the movie's not for you. But I will say that if you are a Mario fan, adult or a young child, or you at least are aware of Mario, or you've seen someone play it before, I will say, yes, just give the movie a chance, honestly. It's a really good movie. I'm just kind of surprised about the watch time, too. It's 1 hour and 30, so it's not even, like, that long of a movie. Heck, I mean, I will even go far to say this, that the pacing was really good, too. I actually did like, I did like the pacing of the movie, I will say this. It's a really good pacing. But that being said, I think that's about to do it for this long video. I kind of just want to make this review more. I was kind of hoping for a longer review, just because I kind of just want to have a more talking type of review than a edited review. Now, I guess I should just say this right now. I'm sorry if I've been gone from YouTube, just because of, I've been doing a lot of, like, family stuff. I've been trying to get back into school right now. I've been trying to just, like, do all of these things to, you know, focus on besides YouTube. That YouTube kind of took, kind of became the last thing I wanted to do. That, and also me uploading and editing daily, kind of got me a little bit burnt out, so I wanted to take a break. But tomorrow I should have more videos coming out soon. Yeah, this Sunday. So yeah. I just want to say that there's, like, a lot of family stuff that I want to take care of. A lot of, just a lot of stuff happening in the background that YouTube just, I had no time for. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the Mario movie, please let me know. Tell me why, what you liked about it, any of, like, any moments you liked, any, like, if it's, like, the music or, you know, characters, so on and so forth. Just tell me. I don't mind. Just remember to be civil. Just be civil in the comments section, okay? That's all I want. Is to just be civil. So, yeah. See you guys next time.